All right, here we go. A little bit of extra practice here. So if my starting substance is going to be sodium chloride, let's say my question's asking like how many moles are present in 292.215 grams of sodium chloride. Now, this is usually a lot more decimals than Mr. Kriya or I actually use, but if I plug this into a calculator, so my grams, so 292.215 grams, and I multiply it by my mole ratio, my 1 mole over molar mass, which if I'm going to be keeping my same number of decimals here would be 58.443 grams, okay, I'm going to get exactly 5 moles. So that is my start. So if I'm setting up my first stoichiometry equation and I have to go from grams to moles, I need to make sure everything's starting in moles. That's like rule number 1. Make sure everything's in moles. If it's not in moles, you've got to convert. Okay. So here I have my starting substance, which is 292.215 grams of sodium chloride, and I need to convert that to moles. You know how to do this. This is a review. If you're still struggling with this, there is practice. I have my own ed puzzles on how to do this. So make sure you're like embodying this as we go. So my answer here after a simple conversion is 5 moles. Okay. Again, here we go. This is how it's supposed to be set up. You get 5.00 or just 5 moles of sodium chloride. Now, step 2 is determine the mole ratio of desired substance to the starting substance. So I put down here in my show notes, desired substance is the thing that we are looking for. Okay, that always stays on top. The starting substance is what's given in the problem. So desired stays on top, starting goes on bottom. And that's going to make a little bit more sense when you actually see it in number form. So you have to multiply the number of moles starting from step 1. So my step 1, I found 5 moles. That's my starting substance. Okay. Now, here's my problem. So in the following reaction, how many moles? That's key. How many moles of? If I'm asking you how many moles of something, I'm desiring that answer. That is my desired substance. Okay. Are formed if 5 moles of NaCl or sodium chloride react. Now, that's my given. That's my starting substance. So the thing that I'm asking you to solve is desired. The thing that's given in the problem is going to be your starting substance. So in this case, I have to start with my 5 moles of sodium chloride, okay? And then I have to multiply it by my mole ratio, okay? My mole ratio is desired over starting, and I need my chemical equation for that. So here is a balanced chemical equation, all right? I told you guys I wouldn't be throwing too many steps at you all at once. So for every 2 moles of sodium chloride, and I can see that right here, plain and simple, my equation tells me there's 2. 1 mole of lead chloride is produced, okay? So I need to set up my mole ratio. So I have my start, 5 moles of sodium chloride that's given to me in the problem, and I multiply it by the mole ratio, keeping my desired, which is the PbCl, and I pull from the problem 1 mole from PbCl, 2, over 2 moles of sodium chloride, desired over starting. And once I plug that into the calculator, I get 2 moles, 2.5 moles, of lead chloride, PbCl2. So this is like the word problem, like written out for you. So moles of desired equals the moles of the start, which is right here, multiplied by the moles of the desired substance in the equation, which is 1, over the moles of the starting substance in the equation, which is 2. And then if you just cross out your like units, you're left with PbCl2, 2.5 moles.